Hey everyone, today I will not take more time and I will try to directly start with the challenge that I'm doing. And so let's start with a little bit recap. And here is the timer that I have set it. I will take break between after 25 minutes or maybe after 50 minutes, somewhere around that. I take the break between that for 5 minutes, or when I take the break, I listen to song. So these are like NSC song. That whole credit goes to these non-copyright songs. So yeah, and we will be talking about this. So we are going to talk about this YouTube creator playbook for brands, and we will try to understand because I think we are about to finish this one. I think we are already went for like page 91. Today we are going to understand from the like measuring part. Okay, so okay, let me give you what is 100 days of YouTube challenges, and what's it's all about. Okay, so okay, again I will start from the very basic. Maybe for some people 100 days are like not like basically more time, but yeah, for some people it could be yeah, it's a like pretty good decent amount of number like days where you are going to like invest your time on, right? So, and the real purpose why I started this challenge, I was basically personally struggling when I was trying to like create a YouTube challenge and channel basically, and I was thinking a lot instead of like taking the action. So after 2 months of like planning and all those things, I was not taking the action, and one then the suddenly I started like when then one day I started and I started a streaming because I was finding challenging where most of the part like okay, I have to like do the editing, thumbnail and all those things, right? So keyword search and what is going to work and all this, I was thinking a lot instead of like taking the action. Simple as that. So this is how this challenge came to me in my mind, where I just don't want to just work on it. I also want to encourage people to take this challenge. Okay, so let's talk about like real purpose of the 100 hard challenge. So the real purpose of 100 hard challenge is to get yourself into the habit of practicing of creating content. Okay, so like you build a habit, right? After certain period of time when you do things again and again and again, you build a habit, right? So my idea was that like build a habit which is basically practicing creating content creation. Okay, because content creation is not a natural way for most of the people, like when I say people, like normal people like us and people who is like a student and people who is like working professional. But yeah, it took a lot of time to they figure it out, or either they are like into mass communication, they're totally comfortable with that. But yeah, for other people like who is like never had a conversation with the front of like using the camera or something like that, it was like challenging, for kind of like challenging. I don't want to say like challenging or anything, but yeah, kind of challenging. So yeah, habit of practicing of creating content, that was the goal, and that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm like trying to figure it out like how I can become a creator in next 100 days. Okay, and the whole point is that to like not to become a successful creator, the whole point of this challenge is that learning or be continuous learning, not just a learning in the just enjoy the process and all those things. That's the whole goal. Okay, if afterwards if I want to like get into like a specific domain, I'll be very happy to like explore that domain. It could be anything, it could be like AI, because content creation, most of the work can be like replaced with the AI right now. But yeah, in the upcoming future, within the 2 year time frame, it's a possible, there is a possibility out there. Okay, so yeah, to achieve this 100 days 100 hard YouTube challenge, or which means basically 100 days of YouTube. So to achieve that, I thought like okay, what are the major thing that I wanted to do? I wanted to like learn those things. I wanted to build a habit, and how you are going to build the habit if you are going to do like every day. So that's what the rule one talk about. It's like you don't be consistent, so you are going to like do again and again. And the idea is that like while you do that, you don't quit the things, right? So that's why I also mentioned like don't quit, and that's what the become the first rule. Simple as that. So saying these things like you are going to become very consistent and you are not going to quit, it's a very easy. But the challenging part was like okay, is it going to be like sustainable for a very long time? Are you going to like do it? So it was a very challenging for me. So I decided ki, okay, let's introduce the rule number 2. And rule number 2 what I introduce is make myself comfortable. So make yourself comfortable and Comfortable is something I defined it like okay, I am feeling good about like sitting in the front of the camera, and I'm in the like right mindset to like make a video. That's what the like comfortability meant. Comfortable with like I am like wearing my own clothes. I don't have to like set up my hair. I don't have to like change my clothes to just sit in the front of the camera. No, I just want to be myself. I just come here, whatever I'm wearing, I will just sit here and I will just create a content. Simple is that. Okay, so now the next thing is that like okay, now you understand ki comfortability is your first things that you want to focus on. So what is the second thing is like keep things minimal. So when I studied about like ki how to become a creator and all those things from the multiple sources, right? So one challenge that I saw that ki like it required like multiple hand. You required like editing, you required like understanding the thumbnail, how the algorithm is working, how the basically what is the right time, and how what kind of content you are going to create, how you are going to like write the script. And there is just so many things out there that I have to like figure it out. And I thought like okay, instead of like everything, how I can like minimize it uh, as 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 much as possible. Okay, so what I did is basically I thought about ki a streaming is the right way where I don't have to like edit the work, because most of the time most of my time is going to be like invested in the editing part, and I wanted to like focus mostly my time on the at the first 100 days at least on uh, growth of myself instead of growth on learning certain tools. Okay, so that's the whole goal. So that's why I thought like okay, just let's replace the editing part. So I replaced the editing part with the streaming things. The third thing was like okay, so you can able to record yourself. Now you are comfortable, you keep things minimal, so now you are able to record yourself. But are you enjoying this process of continuous learning? The simple is that if you are not enjoying something what you are doing, it's not going to sustain for a very long time. And again, if it's not going to sustain for a very long time, it will be like creative difficulty with the rule number one, and which you don't want. If you like break the consistent, if you quit, then there is a like nothing you can't do anything about it, because you can't able to complete this 100 hard YouTube challenge. Simple is that. So for that reason I introduced the third. So I always make sure ki I am enjoying the learning process, and so far I am really enjoying it. If you don't know, I have been like doing this one is like basically day 11, and I'm really enjoying the process. I can say that for myself. So you can also try, and it is working for me, not terms of like getting a views or getting a like something like that, right? It's a like personal growth that I'm seeing in my life. Okay, personal growth key like okay, dedication towards something, discipline, maintaining the discipline on something, right, which I want to achieve, and putting the like my whole not putting, it's just like getting into that zone to achieve something that I want. Okay. Okay, so now the third thing was like okay, so I started doing that. Then the first thing I did is finding the resources and all those things. I watching videos, I started like explaining, watching explained resources, share learning and life content, and all those things I started share that saw on the YouTube basically. And I also saw like entertainment and sit in the front. So all those things I just saw that, and then I thought like okay, how the people who is going to create content, how they are going to like utilize this fact. So I created like third point where I said that like whatever you like, watching video, explain resources, sharing your learning life. It could be like about life, it could be like about learnings, or it could be like about entertainment. Or if you don't feel like happy about creating a content, you can just sit in the front of the camera without talking. Simple is that, or just introduce yourself. I try to like make it as simple as possible, so people will like follow this rule for next 100 days, because people who the main idea is to like practicing, building a habit of practicing content creation, right? And for that reason, these things I thought like it's I have to like make it like as simple as possible, so they will be like happy to create a content or create a daily video. Okay, and how you are going to track everything, and how you're going. So for that reason I introduced the rule number 4. I didn't want to force rule number 4. I just wanted this rule to be more like okay, this is this is going to like help you to track and manage everything. Okay, because whatever your work you are putting, you have to like track everything, right? And if you are putting the certain time to like achieve certain skill, or maybe certain you want to build your own personality or something like that. Okay, so day 1 was basically key upload. Every day you have to upload it, and second thing was like update 100 days of YouTube, and you have to like, second point was like update 100 days of YouTube, and where you are going to update it. So I created this Excel sheet where you can like just make a copy of it, and you can start from here. There is a like day, task, notes, categories, time allocated, and feedback. Recently I introduced the feedback as well. Okay, so now coming back to like give feedback to yourself. This is what I was not doing until the day 10, but now I started working on it, and I thought like it's a good idea because yesterday I saw that like my audio was not good. So I am always looking for improvement, and I want to like improve myself. If I am not improving, then who is going to like tell me ki, okay, hey, you are doing this things wrong? So you have to like set a certain feedback loop for yourself as well, that is going to help you to achieve the goal that you want to achieve. Okay, so these are the few things that these are the rules, and these are like basically the challenge that we are doing, and the goal of this real purpose of this challenge is to build a habit of practicing content creation, because it's not natural and you want to do it because it's a future right now, how the things are going, moving, and all those things is happening. Whatever you task you are doing, either you are student, working professional, freelancer, or either you are a founder, a startup, entrepreneur, agency, whoever you are, right, you should be creating content, you should be documenting your life. It's more about like telling a story ki, hey, this is how I am able to like monetize the work, or this is how I will able to like maybe solve the unemployment. Okay, so I see like that. I don't see like okay, you are creating content just for the sake of creating content. No, there is so many benefit out there, right? Okay, so first day was little challenging for me because I didn't know like where to start. So I started with like understanding the YouTube as a platform, and you can see that like there is so many questions I try to like answer myself, right? And I figure it out. Second day I come across like there is a playlist, creator playbook by YouTube. So it's for the brand only. So what I learned is the day 2 is basically YouTube has divided into 3 segment. Okay, one is audience perspective, where the viewer come to the platform, they watch the video. Second is creator perspective, where the creator come to the platform, they create a content which is going to like engage the audience. Third is brand perspective. Brand perspective is where they bring the money. So both can be like monetized, and all those things will have been. So I wanted to understand from the brand perspective. The reason was that because for creators, they have a like not like very long vision, like what they're like thinking for like 5 year or something. But yeah, for brand, they always think about like 5-year plans or 3-year plans. For as a creator, you don't think about like, you think about like maybe 6 month, 1 month, 1 week, what you are going to post on the channel, or maybe the 1 year. Okay, but I wanted to take the like long route, where I wanted to understand first brand first. So I took the challenge and I started like learning the brand. And this is what I learned throughout the day. I divided like, it was like 100-page report, so I divided into like 10 part. So every day I started like learning, I started exploring, and I came across like basically today is basically day 10, day 11 actually. Okay, where I'll be like reading, where I'll be like just ending this report, and where what we are going to do is basically we are going to understand how to measure the success. Okay, and what kind of matrix or KPI is going to work if you are building a platform on YouTube, and what you should be aware about like if you are planning to build a platform on YouTube. So I will help you explain those things. So let me start with this. So whenever I start this, I just put it like green mark. Hey, I have like just making attendance kind of things, you can say that. So you say that like I have like mark my attendance, which is like 11. And so let's understand. And so I also make sure I start like mention the timing as well. So these are like timing, starting timing and end timing. So let's mention it. Like, so started timing was basically, what is the timing right now? 1:55. I started like 1:45 actually, so I will mention 1:45 a.m. and what time I am going to in, I will mention over here. Okay, and then let's mention the date as well. So date was basically 31. Okay, so okay, so this is the date and time that I've already mentioned. Now let's focus on it. So let's start with and this is the timer that I always make sure to track everything, and so I can also take the break because it's good for your health and if you're not taking the break, then it's sometimes it's become really hectic. Okay. So yesterday we try to understand few things, and we understand like in terms of like how to utilize the social media platform and building a community to engage the audience on the like larger scale, because YouTube not just give you like opportunity to get more views and subscribers. These are like people who is like giving you more responsibility. Hey, I trust in your content. I believe in your own content. The content you are providing is really valuable to me, so that's why I really appreciate your work. So that's the way they are giving you like and subscribe and all those things. So see like that, not in terms of like okay, these are the view or anything like that. Okay, now coming back to the point, yesterday we tried to understand all those things, and but today we are going to understand the measurement. So identify the right KPIs. So KPIs, I don't know. So let's Google it. What is KPIs? I think I knew that. I forget it like exactly what the KPI was. Okay. So stand for the key performance indicator. So what are the few terms or keyword? Just like okay, so there is a term called, right? We when you are in the college or anything, right? You have a grade system. You have a scorecard. So it's something like that. Key how you are going to measure everything. If the strategy or the plan that you are making or the content that you are making on YouTube platform is going to work for you. Okay, so for that reason a company introduced like a brand and all those things, marketing team introduced like KPIs. So they have like a right KPI. So you have to identify what is like right KPI that is going to help you to measure the success of your brand YouTube strategy. And this report talk about only brand perspective, not talk about the creator perspective. It's not talk about like audience perspective. It's talk about the brand perspective. So YouTube released this report for the brands, so brand can like leverage YouTube as a platform to engage with the audience or sell product or services. Okay, so I am trying to understand from first brand perspective, then I will learning other things as well. So okay, so now let's try to understand measurement. Measurement is key. Obvious, measurement is a key. Every time you want to buy something or you want to like sell something, there is a measurement is required. So for something like that, here as well, when you are like using YouTube as a platform, the measurement is required. You have to like set a certain things that is going to like measure keys the success. Okay. Okay, both for defining success and optimizing towards it. In this section we will present you as a tool that will help you to track the matrices uh, around all of your paid, owned and earned media on YouTube. We will also help you select the KPIs that make sense. So today we are going to learn understanding like what are the KPIs and what are the like key point or maybe the something like grade that we can use for measuring the success of YouTube. And in this segment we are going to like understand and identify the matrix. So matrix is basically kind of keyword, something like subject we have in the college, right? But it's for the measurement part, like okay, so these are the like matrix you should be focusing on, and that which matrix is going to work, you have to understand. Here they have given like KPI summary. KPI summary is like what is working in what case. So they have given it like proper detailed report, and tracking tool as well. They have like given you like a tracking tool. So let's try to understand, like identify your matrices. So what is like, so if you want to like understand like matrices and all those things, it's just a keyword, like few keyword terms. You can say that it's a marketing buzzword. You can say that, simple as that. YouTube can be kept effectively shift a number of your most important branding metrics. So what they are saying that YouTube shift. Okay, so the key is to decide what success look like. So basically to measure like what is the success is going to look like, you have to like first identify the objective, and then there is a going to set the key metrics. Few of the example is that so success look like for them translate into metrics and what relevant brand. So every brand have some objective and some goal that they want to achieve, and based on that you have to like set the objective, and then we have to like think about like okay, how you are going to like matrices, like what is the success look like for that goal. If I am setting like okay, I want to gain certain, okay, so I'm going to like learn AI, but what is the goal of learning AI? Okay, so you always say like how you are going to like measure it, like okay, what will be like outcome look like for me? Is it like getting a job? Is it like running an agency? Or is it like being an entrepreneur or building a product? Is it like becoming a coder in AI? Or is it like building understanding like how the AI is going to change? So you have to always understand ki exactly what is the objective first. Ki, okay, learning is the objective, that's the first thing. Like what is the outcome that you are expecting, and what are the matrices that you can use to track it? Simple is that. Okay, so we highlighted a number of matrices that will work for the business. So they have like given like a number of matrices that is working for the business, and it has been like tested keyword. We strongly recommend focusing on no more than two or three. So you have to like also make sure that there is like multiple keyword multiple matrices out there, right? But you don't have to like focus on everything. You have to like focus on certain one or two keyword that is going to be like your main point. Like okay, so this is what I'm expecting. You should be having a clear goal towards whatever you want to achieve. Okay, so most brand find it useful to select one matrix for each of these buckets that measure the engagement with your content. So हर एक जो ब्रांड है ना, बेसिकली ब्रांड अपना एक सब लोग एक कोई चूज़ कर लेते हैं, और इसमें से तीनों में से लाइक ऑडियंस के लिए एक मैट्रिक्स चूज़ कर लिए हैं, एक्सप्रेशन के लिए एक मैट्रिक्स, पार्टिसिपेंट के लिए एक मैट्रिक्स. सो दे ऑलवेज चूज़ इट. सो लेट्स ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड कि ऑडियंस, सो ऑडियंस में क्या चूज़ करते हैं. लाइक ओके, आर यू, सो दे बेसिकली आस्क द क्वेश्चन in terms of like audience, are you reaching the right audience? So every brand has a certain let's take example. If someone is selling a cat food, right, so their audience is cat lovers. So you should always as a brand, as a company, always they try to understand ki, are you reaching the right audience? Are the companies reaching the right audience? Or am I like, I have a like cat food, but I am like selling my cat food to the dog lovers? So it's not going to work, right? So we have to identify your audience ki who is going to like our content. In my case, let's take example, I'm creating a YouTube channel, right? And this channel is basically called 100 Hard YouTube, okay? And where I'm documenting the 100 days of learning, and I am encouraging people to take this challenge so they can also get the benefit out of it, okay? And they can like build a habit of creating content, okay, or practice it, okay? So this is my goal and this is what I want to do. So it's a clear over here, right? And but in terms of that, like something like that, you should know that. So in my case, who is going to be the audience? Audience is someone who want to become a creator but having a difficulty, who has been like audience on YouTube for very long time, who has seen multiple people getting succeed from the social media platforms such as YouTube, and they also want to like follow that path, but they don't know how to do that. So for them, this is the challenge for them, and this is the challenge for also the employees as well, people who is like working in the company, or people who is like a student right now, people who is like a freelancer. Anyone can like learn or understand and take this challenge for themselves as well, okay? So now let's coming back to the creator again. So expression, is your target audience engaging with your content, and how much? So in my case, if I just go to my YouTube channel, okay, so engagement is something like you can just track, okay, how many people are engaging with you. So you can see that like I am getting like 3 views, 1 views. So obvious my target audience are not engaging, and that's that's how the YouTube work. You just can't like expect like a huge number of people are just going to come and watch you, because if you are like starting a beginner content creator or anything like that, 4 views, 2 views, 2 views, 4 views. So these are like how many people are engaging. So 8 people have engaging, 8 people have engaged, 3 people have engaged, 4 people. So this is what they are talking about. It's like and don't get disappointed with the number. It's just a number. Okay, so engagement is like another thing that you should be focusing on, and is your targeting audience engaging with your content, and how much, like itna number ek koi hona chahiye na. Participant, is your audience endorsing or sharing your content? So right now, if there is a no view to my content, now there is no one sharing my content, right, to their friends or their family, that they might find it interesting, or maybe they might find it like helpful to them if they want to like become a creator. But yeah, right now I don't have an audience and no one people is engaging, so that's why I'm not having like much I don't have like anyone who is like sharing my content. But yeah, this should be, you should be aware of it. These are the things you should understand. You should ask a question in terms, because you are going to like engage with the audience expression. They're like how they're expressing and all those things, that participant as well. as well. So these are the things so you should be asking a question to yourself, and these are the tips. The YouTube analytics API can be configured to schedule regular reports on the specific metrics. So YouTube को तुम जो API है उसका every company have a like काइंड ऑफ खासकर यूट्यूब जैसे जो प्लेटफॉर्म है वो API प्रोवाइड करती है, जहाँ से तुम जो भी चीज़ डेटा जो है ना, डेटा को फेच करके कहीं पे दूसरे जगह भी देख सकते हो, या फिर लाके उसको देख सकते हो कि क्या क्या वर्क कर रहा है, क्या क्या नहीं वर्क कर रहा है, कितने लोग सब्सक्राइब किए, कितने लोग सब्सक्राइब नहीं किए, वो सब डेटा को देखा जा सकता है. ओके, so let's try to understand in this three perspective: audience, expression and participant. Okay, so audience में objective क्या है मेरा? What did audience discover on your videos? Okay, so I will continue again because I want to just finish this part. Okay, so yeah, so in terms of audience, objective क्या है कंपनी के लिए? जो audience के टुवर्ड जो objective है वो क्या है कि how उन लोग का होगा कि क्या how did audience discover your video, तुम्हारा वीडियो किसी को क्यों कैसे मिला? तो either like if I have optimized my channel and all those things right. Are your video attracting an audience? So in my case not right now, but yeah, I believe it is going to be happening in the future. Okay, so okay, so now you have like said like how did your audience discover your videos? Okay, so search, share of voices or category item. So either people are like looking for this kind of categories video, so that's how it will get shared. So these are like matrix is like keyword that the people use, or matlab कुछ certain number of people or certain domain category of people are using, or so they are like going they are able to find my videos. Simple as that. So are your videos attracting the audience? So how you are going to measure that ki, okay, if my video is attracting the viewers or not? So views and audience reached. So in my case you can see that like views is 1-3, so yeah, obvious it's not reached. Okay, and is it like okay, you can say like views and the audience reached. So yeah, in my case it's not working like but yeah, I am thinking about long term, so I don't mind. Okay, again, expression. So how long is your audience watching your content? So how long my user are like watching the content? It has been only 10 days and today is basically 11 days, so it has not been like very long. So I don't mind them like not getting to know about my content and not watching and all those things. So you can see like how long the audience is. So you can like YouTube has certain things called like a matrix called watch time. So you will go I don't know if I have. Okay, so if you go to like YouTube analytics, so you will see those things like okay, what is the watch time of your channel? So my watch time is I think 7.3 or something around that. So YouTube automatically calculate it and they give it to you. Okay, are they capturing the audience attention? Are you capturing the audience attention? So I don't know, I'm practicing. So the whole goal of this challenge is not to like be like that. This is a whole different challenge. It's not about like creating for people who is going to, it's like more about like helping them to start with something. Okay, it's more about ki encouraging them and showing them ki okay, if you are having a certain things that you are not aware of, so you don't have to be perfect on YouTube platform. You can be vulnerable and you can just create a content on that. So my goal is totally different, so it doesn't make me sense. It just goal is to building a habit of practicing content creation. Content creation is not natural, and that's what the habit I'm trying to build to the other as well. If they want to build a habit, this is the way they can do that. Simple is that. My goal is totally different. I don't mind that. If they are not watching, they are not doing anything, so it doesn't matter to me. Okay, is your audience engaging with your videos? So yeah, there is people are engaging, but very less number of people are engaging. Did your videos drive traffic to other videos? So no, not right now. मेरे वीडियो दूसरे लोग मतलब दूसरे वीडियो से ट्रैफिक जनरेट नहीं कर पा रहा है. So yeah, not right now, I can say that. Okay, so participation, people who are like participating. Is your audience endorsing or sharing your content? Is your people who is like watching your video, they are either sharing the content with other? So most of the time when you are a new creator, the people don't trust you. They don't have like they have like a reason to not trust you. So it's totally fine, I don't mind that. Okay, and no one, I think not me, I think no one should mind that, because you are started creating content and it's a long process. People who have become a successful free creator, they have invested like 3 or 5 or maybe more than more year of their life on building this platform, like basically contributing to this platform. So you just can't come one days or just working on 10 days and you can expect, or maybe 100 days ki, hey, I am a big shot now. No, you can't do that. You have to like just respect the platform, and you have to like also understand ki consistency is the key. So all those things are there. Okay, so these are like few things understand we, like in terms of like audience, expression and participant, and how to measure it. So we'll understand that. Like, now let's try to identify your key matrices. So for each matrices you decide to track, the YouTube platform allow you to a specific result, to a specified result of three types of media. So is it like paid media, is it own media, or is it earned media? Okay, so what does it mean? Let's try to understand first. Okay, as sorry, I want to take a sip of water, then I will continue. So sorry about it. Let's watch the song, then I will continue and explain it.